Dearest gentle viewers, this is me again, Fretchie. This video is a warning for foreigners out there. Please do not move or retire in the Philippines unless you fully grasp what is really happening right now. Things have changed. Beauty is not enough anymore to keep a man, and our English skills won't even save you from dual pricing. So, for today, I will give you several reasons why moving to the Philippines can be your worst decision that you can make this year. The first thing that people get wrong is the budget. To live comfortably in my country, you need these three things. Number one, you have to have a reliable monthly income of around 1,200 US dollars. Second, you have to have an emergency fund that you will never touch. And third, you have to have strong boundaries for when your Filipino family obligations begin to drain your wallet. To put it simply, if you can barely afford to live in my country, then please do not come. While 1,200 US dollars is enough for you only if you are a single man and a man that who is trying to live simply. But that number will eventually rise up fast from the moment that you will add a Filipino partner or you will have a children or facing some medical problems. I have a German friend, by the way, who is struggling because he came here in my country with just enough money for himself. But then he fell in love with a woman who has two kids. His savings couldn't actually support his family anymore, and so he decided to return to Germany and work for the next 6 years until his actual retirement. Many of the expats who are financially struggling only have one thing in common, and that is if they have a savings of around, let's say, 50,000 US dollars, and they are thinking that this kind of money would last until they are 65 years old. But they are wrong. Like, for example, between medical expenses and daily expenses and loans to your Filipina family that even never get repaid, the kind of savings you have right now will become, let's say, 5,000 US dollars that fast. Suddenly, you are stuck in a foreign country, ending up like a beggar because you cannot even afford to have a plane ticket back home. The second reason is about our healthcare reality. Now, if you are a type of person that is really fit and doesn't have any major health problems, that you will be fine in my country because basic care is just cheap. However, if you want to go to private hospitals and wanted to have some major surgeries like heart procedure or having cancer treatments, then assume that you will expect to have some Western prices also. However, if you want to have some care in a provincial hospital where it is also better because it is actually cheap. However, there is a lot of risk because there are a lack of advanced equipment out there and also lack of personnel. The third reason is business and bureaucracy. Starting a business in the Philippines is a headache. A friend of ours even tried to have one but ended up having all of his business to his girlfriend's name. The red tape and bureaucracy in the Philippines is really insane. In short, you will deal with a lot of permits and at the same time fees. Then there is jealousy. Don't forget that Filipino families are always jealous. So even if you have your own business, people will still criticize your success because they cannot stand that you are successful or your partner is successful. The number four factor that you really have to know is Filipino time is real. If you cannot handle our Filipino time, then do not move in our country. You will eventually see yourself waiting and standing for hours and hours for something that should have ended up for like less than 10 minutes. Repairs in my country take months. Even my mom once waited for her appliance for 2 days to arrive in our home. The fifth reason is that we still have poor infrastructures. My country is really prone to natural disasters than any other Asian countries. So typhoons, earthquakes, and floods are really normal to us. Unfortunately, the infrastructure budget are mostly compromised by corruption. Flood control projects are neglected. School buildings are left to rot. And there are unfinished hospital buildings all over my country. I know it really is so sad. And up until now, there is really no justice at all. The sixth reason is that my country can really be so noisy. Noise are everywhere. Pollution is even rampant. Utilities are inconsistent. Now, in my town, which is Sibulan, which is just near to Dumaguete City, have a scheduled power blackout every weekend. You have to name it. It could either be Saturday or Sunday or both of these days. Water pressure even comes and goes. My little brother gets even frustrated if he finds out that there is no power and internet during the day. Now, to have a good time or to have a good day in the Philippines, you just need three things, and that is to have a stable power, to have internet, and to have water. But unfortunately, these three things are not always guaranteed. The last reason that we are going to talk about is about your visa and legal risk. Now, most of the expats right now in the Philippines rely only on tourist visa extensions, which means that you always have business with our Bureau of Immigration, and you always have to navigate the Filipino way of communicating, which means you have to be flexible and you have to be polite to us. And most importantly, if you are a foreigner, you cannot own a property easily. You have to put it on a local's name. So, for example, if you are married to this Filipina and your relationship is not getting well, so if the relationship ends, then you could lose everything. You could lose your business, you could lose your property and everything. In short, you have a very limited legal protection here in my country. My final thoughts for this video is that Philippines is just a great country, but like any other place, it is not perfect. My advice to you again is to come here first in my country for vacation, try to have some fun, see to it if you like it, because you cannot change the Philippines. The Philippines will change you. The foreigners and expats who actually succeeded and whom I knew are those people who have solid financial foundation. They are the ones who let go of their expectations. They are the ones who just go with the flow. And at the same time, they are the ones who can integrate very well with my local people. So that would be all for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more insights like this. See you in my next video. Ciao!